I'm Kim James Charney. I'm the medical director of the melanoma program at St. Joseph Hospital. Well, melanoma is a skin cancer, and skin cancer in general is the most common type of cancer. It accounts for approximately 1/2 of all cancers. Of the skin cancers, melanoma accounts for approximately 3% of the skin cancers, but the vast majority of the skin cancer deaths. We look at skin lesions and apply the criteria of A, B, C, D, and now E. And these stand for, A stands for asymmetry, where you take a skin lesion, you can divide it in half in any direction and look at one half compared to the other half. If they don't look the same in any direction, then that might be a sign that that should be looked at. Another has to do with B, is the borders. They can be irregular or scalloped or indistinct or blurred. C stands for color variations and changes. Blacks and browns, blues, sometimes reds and whites. D stands for diameter. Diameter is 6 millimeters is something that should be at least observed or looked at by a physician. 6 millimeters is about the size of a pencil eraser, to give you some reference point. And finally, E is a newer addition. It stands for evolution or change in the appearance of any pigmented skin lesion that you have. And so these are the things that we would look for to try and assess a pigmented skin lesion. You might enter in at your own concern. For example, you've done a skin self-examination, you've noticed something that you've not had before, or you have moles and you've noticed the mole has changed in one of the reference points of A, B, C, D, E, or E that I've just mentioned. You might have been seen by your primary care physician, who has recognized or looked along at a skin lesion that you've looked at and recognized that this is something that should be evaluated, or you may present to your dermatologist. But these are mainly the entry points for evaluation. Once you've determined along with your physician that there's something that the physician is concerned about, then probably a biopsy would be performed. There are different types of biopsies. The biopsy that will give us the most information is an excisional biopsy, that is where the entire pigmented skin lesion is removed. Sometimes they're very large skin lesions, and so in that particular case, either a punch biopsy or an incisional biopsy where only a portion of the skin lesion is removed. We can gain information as to what type of skin lesion it is, and then if further excision is necessary, that can be determined.